The fourth strategy I'll be going over is called Think-Tac-Toe. It's obviously based off of the game Tic-Tac-Toe, but it's called Think-Tac-Toe because you're using it for students to think and learn. It's going to be for the advanced high level and the advanced high level of the English language proficiency standards, or the ELPS, content area of animal science under agriculture. It's going to be used for high schoolers grades 9 through 12. The teaks I'll be going over for the Think-Tac-Toe are identifying, they're for principles of ag. It's going to be animal science in this case. Identify and evaluate breeds and classes of livestock. Explain animal selection, repro, breeding, and genetics. At this advanced high ELPS level, students should be able to read and understand most everything that's grade appropriate to them, have a precision of English vocab and sentence structures, have good reading and writing skills that are as close to their friends that have English as their native or first language. So they should have close to everything with very, very little second language or native language help. And if they do need it, if something comes up in the advanced high level that they don't understand, it's usually a topic or vocabulary word. I was reading about this in an article that that's just really off the wall, or a big word, or that even their English as a first language students may not know. But anyway, the advanced high ELP students do have a good precision of English vocabulary and structures, and should be able to feel comfortable and fluent in the language, reading and writing. This strategy, my instructions are, after you teach a lesson over the breeds of livestock and animal breeding and reproduction, you need to form a 3x3 tic-tac-toe square, and in each square you can make a question or direction. On this case I did questions, but that go to your teaks, and there should be 9 squares, and the students pick 3 of the squares that they want to answer or do, and just like a game of tic-tac-toe, and they have to pick 3 squares that either go make a line diagonal, vertical, or horizontal, to like for credit. Because if they just do, like, if they decide they want to do the top left, top right, and bottom, that's 3, but it didn't make a line, so the Think-Tac-Toe wouldn't be up to par or effective. So again, they got to make a line of 3 no matter what way it is. They just can't do it. They just can't pick a random 3 like that. It didn't make a line. So what you do, you pick 3 questions to answer, like I said, that are in a line, and you just, as a teacher, you can do different questions over your teaks or whatever topic. And so in this case, it was breeds of livestock and animal repro. And so I did like list 3 breeds of swine, and then the red, it won't be on their paper, but it's the answer key for the teacher. So like list 3 breeds of swine, they could do that. And if they want to make a line of 3, they could go right here. So fill in the blank questions, multiple choice, and then I have for sheep, goat, cattle, and then all different kinds of reproduction. And then I found it be effective to do different types of questions. Like this one's a list, this one's fill in the blank, this one's multiple choice, and then I had a define one, define right there, and then just straight up questions like that. Just implement different type of questions, so keep it interesting and keep their brain rolling and churning, so they don't just see all list questions or all multiple choice questions. They'll make them think, but keep them effective. And then too, in the article I read over Think-Tac-Toe, these are all questions, but you can have different squares that say write the 3 breeds of swine, or draw the 3 breeds of cattle. And so it doesn't have to be questions. It can be like directions, or one could be like, get a group member and research different breeds of medium wool sheep and make your PowerPoint. So it can be different things. They just have to line 3 of them up and do them. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be different directions or questions. The point is to just have thinking and learning but in a fun way, kind of a tic-tac-toe way, and they can choose what they have to do. They don't have to do all of it. If they do, that's great. They're learning more, but they only have to do 3 to get the credit and form the whole tic-tac-toe, think-tac-toe concept. So the benefits of it, academic progress is even more enhanced because the advanced high students may know about the subject area and be fluent in the English language surrounding it, but it allows them to see their interests through different questions and different question formats. Like here, I had different types of questions from the TEKS that are all different. They're not all about pigs. They're all about cattle or about breeding. They're all different, and they're all different too in the format, such as fill in the blank or multiple choice, all those things. And so that allows them to enhance different questions they see. So if they see them on tests, they'll be familiar with them because they saw them on the general learning strategy, the Think-Tac-Toe. And then it's also beneficial because I was reading in this article that was talking about Think-Tac-Toe that student choice leads to student motivation, which makes them want to learn and want to improve academically. So they're then be able to choose 3 of these instead of having to do all of them might motivate them because they're getting to choose. They're getting to choose like, hey, I get to do this. I don't have to do all of them, so it's not going to be completely boring, or I get to show what I know. It'll also familiarize them with more of the English language through different terms and vocabulary, and they should be able to complete this activity due to their leading level of reading and comprehension skills at this advanced high level. So that is the Think-Tac-Toe strategy for the animal science TEKS that I mentioned for grades 9 through 12. And once again, it covers the advanced high English language proficiency standards. Thanks.